Good, happy Saturday morning, November 7, 2020, and welcome to this Saturday morning edition of The News with Riley King. I'm Riley King, and we are waking up again on another day with no winner in the president race. Still, there is no winner in the president race, and votes are still being counted in many of the states. Let's get you caught up on everything you need to know. Let's take a look at the totals and see where each president stands to get to that magic winning number. So here is a look at the big map and the total. Joe Biden has 253 votes and Donald Trump has 214 votes. Either Joe Biden or Donald Trump need 270 to win. And we're still waiting on results in Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, and Alaska. So, another day of counting and another day of waiting. Now let's get to your election 2020 live updates and results. Votes are still being counted in several key states. Biden delivered remarks from Delaware as lead grows. Biden ahead in Pennsylvania by 27,130 votes. Biden leading Arizona by 29,861 votes. Last of Georgia votes trickling in, Biden leads by 4,020. Supreme Court orders all Pennsylvania counties to segregate late arriving mail ballots. Update from 6:58 a.m. Biden leads in Georgia now 7,248. Biden leads in Georgia grew overnight and now stands at 7,248 after several counties uploaded all or a portion of their military and overseas ballots and provisional ballots, including roughly 5,000 from Fulton County. Biden now has 49.4%, 2,461, 455 votes, while Trump has 49.3%, 2,454, 207, as of 6:30 a.m. Saturday. ABC News estimates that there are approximately 15,600 ballots that could still be counted, including overseas/military preservable and any other outstanding absentee ballots. This outstanding total doesn't include all counties' potential absentee ballots crew, but it does include 535 absentee by mail ballots from Guanti County that required a signature of crew. The total also includes and 965 provisional ballots that will be reviewed by the Guantanamo County Board and Voter Registration and Elections to determine their eligibility to be tabulated. Approximately 5,000 additional votes, including all or portion of its provisional ballots and military/overseas ballots, also came from Fulton County overnight. Around 10:59 p.m. update. Biden delivered remarks from Delaware as lead grows. The former vice president took to the stage 3 nights after Election Day to again say this prospect from taking the White House looks good. We don't have a final declaration of victory yet, but the numbers tell us it's clear, Biden said. We are going to win this race. No outlet has projected the election winner, but Biden leads in 4 critical battleground states yet to be called: Georgia, Nevada, Arizona, and Pennsylvania. His lead has narrowed in Arizona Friday, but only grew in the other 3. He leads by more than 20,000 votes in Nevada, Arizona, and Pennsylvania. Biden didn't step to the podium until nearly 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Vice Presidential nominee Kamala Harris joined Biden on stage, but did not give remarks as previously planned if the race had been called. The former vice president spoke from the stage in Wilmington that had been constructed for a possible victory speech on election night. Biden highlighted his 74 million votes, a record in a presidential election, and claimed victories in Arizona and Pennsylvania, though ABC News has not projected those races. We're beating Donald Trump by over 4 million votes, and that's a margin that is still growing as well, he said. One of the things I'm especially proud of, how well we've done well across America. He spoke to the frustration many Americans, and maybe some in his camp, are feeling watching the slow trickling of votes come in. I know watching these votes tallies on TV moves very slow, and as slow as it goes, it can be numbing, Biden said. But never forget, the tallies aren't just numbers. They represent votes and voters, men and women who are exercised their fundamental rights to have their voices heard. The Democrat nominee also promised to address the COVID-19 pandemic from day one, but added he's never been more optimistic about the future of this country. Biden said he would also speak to the country on Saturday. Nancy Pelosi formally announces run for re-election as House Speaker. It would be her 4th term as House Speaker. In a letter to Democrat colleagues, Nancy Pelosi announced her intent to run for another 2 years as Speaker of the House. Portland City Commissioner's home and City Hall targeted. People in Portland targeted City Hall and a city commissioner's home, vandalizing it on Thursday night. About 60 people gathered at Arbor Lodge Park and marched toward the home of Portland City Commissioner Dan Ryan, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office said. At Ryan's home, individuals broke a window, threw burning flares and paint-filled balloons at the house, and broke potted plants, according to a press release from MCSO. That's criminal activity prompted police to declare an unlawful assembly, according to the sheriff's office. The incident occurred after Ryan voted against cutting $18 million from the Portland Police Bureau budget on Thursday afternoon, CBS Portland affiliate KOIN reported. In a tweet on Friday, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler said last night's criminal destruction and attack on Commissioner Ryan's home are irresponsible. Violence, criminal destruction, and imitation are unacceptable and will not be tolerated. Those responsible must be found, investigated, and prosecuted to the fullest extent of law. Wheeler continued, I condemn anyone who uses violence in an attempt to silence voices of others. MCSO. Sorry about that, everyone. I have some allergies. MCSO said police provided an announcement to the crowd on Thursday night as they blocked streets, urging the group to refrain from engaging in criminal activity and use sidewalks. The sheriff's office said the warnings broadcast over a loudspeaker and on social media were ignored, police said. They disputed the crowd after individuals targeted Ryan's home. This is the fourth night in the past week Ryan has been targeted with vandalism and disruption to his house and neighborhood, MCSO said. CBS News has reached out to Ryan for comment. Police arrested one person for trying to elude in a vehicle in reckless driving after they tried to stop the vehicle described as related to the demonstration. They made one other arrest and another individual with criminally cited. Portland and Fire Rescue also responded to a report of a doors on fire at City Hall at around 10 o'clock p.m. It's believed a burning object was placed or thrown at the door, MCSO said, adding that a security guard at the City Hall extinguished the fire. A fire investigator is actively working the case, and the person who started the fire remains outstanding, MCSO said. On Wednesday, more than dozens of people were arrested after two groups of protesters covered in downtown Portland, KOIN reports. One group went to Waterfront Park and the other blocked the Morrison Bridge, vandalizing small businesses and churches along the westbound side. Unfielded command of the Oregon State Police, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, and the Portland Police Bureau responded, and the National Guard was activated around 7 p.m. when a riot was declared. This was part of multiple demonstrations in the area as a result of the 2020 presidential election remain in limbo, according to KOIN. College student found dead in her dorm room after testing positive for coronavirus. Bethany Nibbets, 20, was found dead in residence hall at Grace College in Indiana. The coroner said COVID-19 was a contributing factor, while the case of death was primarily Ebola. And that does it for this morning edition of The News with Riley King. Thank you for watching this morning edition of The News with Riley King. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another edition of The News with Riley King. Goodbye, everyone.